Yapping Fever.
Hello, welcome to Yapping Fever, the podcast about all things 20s, careers, dreams, chaos, growth, and the realness of adulting. I'm your host, Tamara, and let's get into today's yap. Starts off today, I'm going to give you my creative recommendation. This one is a TV show. It's on Stan, so if you have it, I recommend you give it a watch. It's called Good Cop, Bad Cop. I'm really enjoying it. It drops every week, just like an episode every week, which is kind of nice because I'm definitely someone who binges TV shows. So it's nice kind of having to wait a week. I've been watching with my boyfriend, so we do it together. There's only 2 eps out, but they are like an hour each. So it's a nice, decent episode to wait for each week. It's really good. It's got Leighton Meester in it, who's from Gossip Girl. It's got a few Australian actors as well. It's an American TV show, but it was filmed in the Gold Coast. So I feel like that means they've got more Australian actors, which is nice. I like it. It's like a comedy one. It's a good cop and a bad cop, but bad is just they're bad at their job. I thought it was going to be mean. So I kind of like the dynamic of just the siblings. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so give that one a watch. It's on Stan. Today, we're going to be delving into the topic of self-care. Why self-care is important, the different levels of self-care, and how to prioritize many aspects of it into your everyday life. To start us off, why is self-care important? Well, firstly, self-care is exactly what it sounds like. It's about caring for yourself. It's looking after your well-being in both physical and mental areas. Even though it sounds so simple, self-care can easily be overlooked and forgotten about because we're all very busy and we don't have time to relax, switch our brains off, or make time for things we enjoy. However, if we take time to do self-care, it can help relieve the pressure of everyday life, make us more productive and not burn out, keep us healthy, and allow us to show up as better people for ourselves and others around us. From an article I found from Dr. Matt Glowig, he states, engaging in self-care routine has been clinically proven to reduce or eliminate anxiety and depression, reduce stress, improve concentration, minimize frustration and anger, increase happiness, improve energy, and more. So as you can see, it's super important, and we're going to talk about it today. I'm going to give you some of my self-care practices and also ones that I want to start doing, so that we can engage in some self-care together and become the best versions of ourselves. I've broken this down into categories. Some of these practices are honestly fun and quick, while others are a little bit more disciplined and boring. But I think both ends of the spectrum are super important and are still both elements of self-care that you can do. Category 1 is quick fixes. Quick fixes are definitely what it sounds like. It's the self-care methods that you can do instantly or on the same day. They don't take long and they're more about giving you that instant gratification. Just a little pick-me-up. Some examples of these are doing a skincare face mask. All you need is 15 to 30 minutes. You put it on your face and you can still do other things while you're wearing it. Or I recommend you just sit down and relax for a short amount of time. It's beneficial, it helps with your skin, it gives you that glow, and it makes you feel clean and good. Light a candle. I love a good candle. They're pretty and they make the room smell lovely. You don't even have to do anything besides light it, and the ambience can shift your entire mood. If you're like me, you can light a candle and put a face mask on, and then boom, combine the 2 things and you've got yourself a perfect little skincare, but it is a skincare, also a self-care routine to help you relax. Watch a movie or a TV show that you've been desperate to watch. Sit down, take some time to yourself, and watch some content that you've been wanting to. Side note, put your phone and other distractions away so you can fully enjoy it. It's not really self-care if you are doom scrolling, just focus on the show. Also with this one, if you're feeling sad or especially anxious and you want to feel better, watch a comfort movie. A movie that you love, that you've seen before, so you know what's going to happen. Movies distract you, of course, but it helps calm you down if you play one that isn't going to give you any surprises or make you feel more anxious. Because nothing's worse than when you're like, I'm going to watch this comedy to make my I can't speak today. Nothing's worse than when you're like, oh, I'm going to watch this comedy to make myself feel good because I'm feeling sad or I've had a stressful day. And there's this whole subplot that's really sad and it wasn't advertised in the trailer and you're just not in the right headspace to deal with it and it makes you feel worse. So if you're having one of those days, the self-care can be a comfort movie. I especially find that I watch my comfort movies on days where I've been doom scrolling and there's too many videos that have like mucked up my emotions so I really feel insensitive, or I've watched the news and I'm overwhelmed by it, or I'm home alone so I'm just generally more anxious and on edge. In those situations, I put on something that I love that's lighthearted and going to distract me. And I know is going to make me feel good. Some of my personal favorites are Monte Carlo, Wild Child, Mamma Mia. Actually watched that one recently because I really needed a good musical and like a pick-me-up. What Happens in Vegas, Letters to Juliet, Barbie, Princess and the Pauper, Barbie Mermaidia, Barbie and the Three Musketeers, technically any OG Barbie movies. Have an everything shower. Sounds like a simple one, but take a shower. An everything shower in particular, which if you don't know, it's where you do everything. You wash your hair, you wash your body, you exfoliate, you clean, you shave, you just do everything. You will come out of the shower feeling a little bit better, especially if you've had a tough day or your mind is racing. I find that once you finish the shower, you're always like, at least I feel clean and at least I feel nice, even if there's like more dramatic stuff going on in your life. I also find that sometimes you can get out of the shower and you either feel like I feel better, but I need to relax and go to bed, or you hop out and you feel like I could be productive. Because if you've had an everything shower, you know that you just don't stand under the water. Like it's a workout. There's so much going on. You have to be productive in the shower. And sometimes you get out of the shower and you're like, okay, I'm feeling productive. Let's go. What else can I do? Can I clean something? Can I go back to work? Can I just do something else that's productive? Side note as well, if you find showers boring, put on some music or listen to a podcast. It can make an everything shower so much more fun. Hang with your pet. If you're lucky enough, you have a pet. So go pet it. Hang with it. Give it a cuddle. If you're feeling sad, pets are great to lift your mood. Dogs especially. I know this because I've got a dog, but I'm sure cats, rabbits, other pets are also the same. They want to be around you. They are domesticated animals. So go give them some love. They'll love it. You'll feel better about it. And it can only take 5 minutes. And it can just also remind you how loved you are, especially if you have like a dog and they sit next to you and like put their head on your lap. So cute, so cute. Go give your dog a cuddle for me, please. Meditate. I don't do this one. I know people who love it, especially if you have anxiety. I know it really helps. I really want to start doing it. I really want to start practicing it. It's been on my list for a while, so I just need to like actually do it. But there are so many free apps, Smiling Mind, the mindfulness app, Headspace, which can give you meditations that literally go from 2, 5, 10 minutes, and that's it. It's amazing because it doesn't take long. I think people think that meditation is a really long process and you have to sit still for 30 to 45 minutes and not do anything, but in reality, it can be a short time. It's so beneficial. It helps you shift your mindset. It helps you calm down, change your mind to focus, and think more positively. Meditation does take time to learn though. So if you've done it once and it didn't work and you're like, I couldn't focus, you do have to try it a few times so you start training your brain to think in a new way. Have a sweet treat or your comfort meal. This one's super quick and easy. If you're feeling down and you want to feel better, have a sweet treat. Cook your comfort meal, buy a coffee. Spend $5 to $10 to give yourself something that you know will make you feel better. Allow yourself that instant gratification. Food is important and it can absolutely shift your mood. And there's nothing wrong with having some food that maybe isn't the healthiest, but you love every once in a while, especially if you haven't had a good day. Go have the sweet treat. You'll probably feel better, even if it is just for an hour. And then do something else that will also make you feel better so you can like keep up the positivity. If you have had a good day, also have a sweet treat. You deserve it. The next category is productive self-care. Productive self-cares is the ones that either take a little bit more time, you have to schedule in advance as you can't do it right away, or it uses your intellect a little bit more. Number 1 is booking yourself that self-care appointment. Book yourself the appointment that isn't essential or needed, but you want. The one that's a little treat yourself one, a little pick me up, because let's be honest, you probably deserve it. These include getting your nails done, going to get a facial, a massage, getting your eyelashes done, a haircut, or your hair dyed. You normally have your favorite appointments that you like. For example, mine are I love getting my nails done, I love a facial, or I love a massage. I normally don't do other ones besides like a haircut. But they're the ones I love to do. And whenever you do it, like when you leave, you always look good. Like you just feel like you look more put together, or you just feel a little bit nicer or cleaner, and you also feel good. So book in that appointment. Journaling is the next one. This one is great to clear your mind, help you find a calm, reflective, and more positive mindset. It helps to put feelings down on paper. This one you can do in the spare of the moment, like if you're stressed or you're angry and you just need to write and get it out of your mind and onto paper. Or it can be a self-care activity that's more scheduled, and you can take time to reflect or write something using journal prompts. Some examples of these are: what am I proud of for myself for this week? What my relationship is like with myself and how can I make it better? What makes me feel most alive? A letter to my 10-year-old self. There's endless possibilities and it's great for your intellect. See a friend. Self-care absolutely includes a social lifestyle. Sometimes seeing a friend is something that you really need. It can help you feel better, it can put you in a good mood, and it's fun. So schedule a coffee, go for a walk, a night out with your friends, go enjoy yourself and make your friendships a little stronger. Especially if you have friends that work friends and you want to be a little bit closer and you're not sure what the next step is. This is your sign. Ask them out for a coffee. Or if you have friends that you haven't seen for a while and maybe you should text but you're not sure, this is also your sign. Text, reach out, go see them. You'll probably love it. Moving your body. Go for that 30-minute walk sometime during your day. It will make you feel better. Book that workout class, do some home yoga, dance in the mirror for 15 minutes. That's all it takes sometimes. Just do something to clear your mind and move your body. It will be beneficial. It doesn't have to be a strenuous workout if you're not feeling up to it, but do something, even if it's just that hot girl walk. Read a book. Sit down, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, and read a few chapters from a book. If you're not a book person, read an article. I recommend giving yourself enough time to fully immerse yourself in the book. Too often, I want to sit down and read my book, but I've left it too late and I get 8 pages in and I don't have time to read for at least 30 minutes. So make it part of your self-care schedule and allow yourself time to read. Reading is great for your mind too. It can also help distract you if you're not having the best day. Plus, there's so many different genres and types of books to read. I personally either love a romance or biography books, and I think I eventually want to start getting into fantasy. I actually have so many books in my room and also more on my Amazon wish list that I really want to get to and start reading, but I've been slacking. I've been slacking with the reading this year. No, we're only 2 months in. 3 months now. We're hitting March. It is March. I released this in March. Crazy. But I haven't been reading, and I actually read a lot last year, so I want to get back into it. Audiobooks are also a thing. You can do it that way. But yeah, I'm a bit busy this year, to be honest. I'm quite busy. I'm finding it hard to find time. So that's something that I'm going to schedule for my self-care. This last category is self-care disciplines. Self-care disciplines are about continuously doing self-care things in a routine and being disciplined about them to overall become a better person. It's the tougher end of self-care and the more boring end as well. These are the ones that you should be doing regularly. They become a main focus as they're actually beneficial to everyday life, your health, and your mental stability. Number 1 is getting a good sleep schedule. Getting a sleep schedule that's good for you is so important and beneficial to your overall health. I am the person who not only wants but actually kind of needs 8 at least 7 hours of sleep to function well. Some people are lucky and function the same if they have 8 hours sleep or if they have 5 hours sleep. However, I don't recommend getting that little. My sleep schedule is definitely a work in progress. I can stay up late pretty easily. In fact, I enjoy it, but I do struggle to get out of bed early in the morning, especially if I have not slept for 8 hours at least. Depending on the day, I aim to get out of bed from like 8 to 9 a.m. Sometimes I have to be up earlier, sometimes all the way at 6:30 a.m. because of work. I never want to be up that early though. I hate getting up when there's a 6 at the start of the hour or anything early. It's awful. I also don't love like 7 a.m. 7:30 is a lot better for me. But if I have to get up earlier, it doesn't mean that I go to sleep any earlier. Instead, I just get less sleep. At the moment, I'm doing acting classes that finish at 9:30 p.m. a few nights a week. And I feel like I'm not sleeping to at least 11:30 midnight after them because I come home from the classes and I'm really wired and I can't settle down. And yeah, I just can't get into the routine of like, I've come back and now it's time to go straight to bed. I like watch a show or I muck around or yeah, I can't go to bed early after that. So that's my work in progress. I also have a boyfriend who likes to stay up late and can also get up early. So I feel like he's in no rush to like go to bed. He's not the type of person who's like, I come back and he's like, okay, it's sleep time. Instead, I'm the one who's pushing and be like, okay, it's time for us to go to sleep. So love that for me because I'm grumpy if I get 7 hours, but he's fine, literally fine. In my dream world, I reckon I'd be going to sleep at 10:30 every weeknight, not weekends, but every weeknight. And then I reckon I'd get up at 8, probably 7:30 because I'd have more hours under my belt. Because I'd have so much more sleep, I could get up at 7:30. And I don't see it happening anytime soon because I cannot tell you the last time I was asleep at 10:30. I would love to be in bed at like 9:30 or like 10, like literally like ready to go to bed. Like sometimes I'm in bed, but I'm not ready to go to bed. And lights out at 10, be asleep at 10:30. It would actually be lovely. But I don't see it happening, but it's definitely, that's my work in progress, is to go to bed a little bit earlier and then get up at a more regular time, if it's 7:30, if it's 8, and stick to it. Also, women actually scientifically need more hours sleep, most of us. We need about 9. So I think they say like 7 to 8, women is about 9 to 10. Love that because we totally have the time for that. But honestly, when I get 9 hours of sleep, I feel so good. I feel so much better. So I can see why it's a thing. If I get 7 hours consistently for like a week, I get drained. I get drained too quickly. I really need the 8.5, 9 hours regularly to feel good. With the sleep schedule, I also recommend that once a week you have a day where you don't set an alarm. You have a slow morning plan, so it doesn't matter what time you get up, so you can let your body sleep for how long it actually needs. Your body might only need that 7-8 hours and you can get up at the normal time, or it might be a day where like you're actually more exhausted and you need that extra hour and a half sleep in. The next one is regular exercise. In the section before productive self-cares, I mentioned moving your body. To make it a self-care discipline, you need to do it regularly. And this is a self-care that becomes a little bit more tricky because you need to decide whether it is the day that you actually push yourself to do the strenuous workout because it will be beneficial, or if you really need to have a day where it's not going to be a hard workout, you just need to move your body in an easier way. But both create a routine and are important to include in everyday life. By having a regular exercise routine, overall will not only help your physical, but also your mental health. Again, it doesn't have to be really hard workouts. My hard workouts at the moment is running and Pilates. Together, I do it about 3 to 4 times a week normally. But other days, I know I'm not going to be able to go for a run or do a Pilates class because my body doesn't need that right now. So instead, I do something a bit easier, like go for a walk. Studies show that exercise helps decrease heart disease, strokes, diabetes, and some cancers. It improves your mood because endorphins. It can help with depression, anxiety, promote better sleep, aka all the things that we're trying to achieve by doing self-care. Exercise is a massive, massive self-care discipline. Skincare routine. Again, a face mask is an instant gratification. It's more like a one-off thing, but doing a skincare regularly is a self-care discipline. Most women have a skincare routine. It's kind of like more ingrained into us. Men, not so common. Some do, some don't. But if you're like me and you have acne problems, it's great to do a skincare routine every morning and every night. It can be hard to stick to. I've gotten a lot better at it in the last year, and I definitely think it helps. At least it helps me and my skin. I'm not going to get into it because it is like normally personalized towards your skin, what works. There's so many tips and videos out there on it. But I recommend you get into it. You give it a shot. It can be really simple, especially if you're starting off. Start off simple. Just do a cleanser and even maybe like a moisturizer. It doesn't have to be an 8-step skincare routine. If that works for you, that's great. I personally like to keep it simple. I cleanse, I do about 2 serums, I put moisturizer on, and that's it. That's it. If you don't do a skincare routine, the one thing I recommend you start doing is wearing sunscreen. Yes, wear sunscreen every day, even in winter, even when it's cloudy, you can and you will burn. Sunscreen is the only thing that's scientifically proven so far to actually help prevent aging, so wrinkles, help with your skin, also prevents skin cancer. Put it on your face and neck every morning. Super important. Super, super important. Yeah, don't skip that routine. I feel like guys are the ones who are like, no, I don't want to put sunscreen on. Put sunscreen on. Every day, please. This next one is go to the doctors. That's right. Book the appointment, go to the doctors, and get regular checkups. Some people hate going to the doctors. I get it. It's inconvenient. I'm not sick, so I don't need to go. It's money. However, it's important, and it's also important to go regularly. If you haven't been for a while, maybe this is your sign to book and get that regular checkup. Maybe go get some regular blood tests. Blood tests are so important, and they can actually tell a lot about your body through just testing your blood. They can show how healthy you are in some areas, as it counts your red blood cells, counts white blood cells, does your iron, does your thyroid, checks your liver functions. It can tell if you have leukemia or diabetes just through a blood test. And you should do it more often than every 5 to 10 years. Research says that for people our age, so like in your 20s, you should be going yearly to get annual blood tests. To continue this, there are some things that do need to be checked regularly that so many of us put off until we're like 40 and 50, and then sometimes it's too late and stuff gets worse. So go to your like checkups that need to be done. These include getting your skin checked. Australia's sun is very harsh. And you should get a skin check annually. Personally, I need to go get one. I'm not going to lie. I need to get a skin check. I haven't been for a while. Definitely didn't go last year. So I need to go get a skin check. And you should go annually. They are free as well. Some, not all of them, but sometimes places put on free skincare checks. So if money is an issue, absolutely fine. Those ones, they normally pop up around summertime. Women as well, at the age of 25, you need to start getting pap smears to check for cervical cancer. So if you are around that age and you haven't got one done, now's the chance to book in and go. And then they are done every 5 years. I know that going to the doctors can be a little bit inconvenient and annoying, but in the long run, it's super important to stay on top of your health. It's so beneficial and you get to know your body better. It can be scary though, I get it. Some people don't like going because they're like scared they'll find something out. I have health anxiety, so I'm the first person to freak out and think I'm dying when something's wrong with me. However, I do know my body quite well because I go get regular checkups, things like blood that can test so many things. So when something does happen, I'm normally like, it's probably pretty minor because I've been healthy and nothing is showing up that's causing like sickness for like, I jump from 0 to 100. So I'm like, it probably logically can't be at 100 yet. Or if something is wrong, I can get on top of it quickly. So I guess all I'm saying is book that doctor's appointment. It's a super important step in your self-care disciplines. Again, side note as well, this also includes mental health. If you struggle with that and you normally see a psychologist, or you know you need to see a psychologist to get help, book that in. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. And if you need a therapist, go get one. Again, GPs can give you Medicare plans that can help make going to therapy a bit cheaper, and then they can help be a part of your process and your step as well. So yeah, make sure you're taking care of both your physical and your mental health. The next one is eat healthy. I've said it before, I love a sweet treat, but you also need to eat healthily. Eat your veggies. Sometimes they're not yummy. You can hide them, put them in a smoothie, put them in like a stir fry. But you need to eat them. 5 servings a day. Eat your fruit. Get enough protein, if it's from fish or chicken or chickpeas or tofu. If you eat meat, eat red meat. It literally gives you iron. Also, don't skip meals. I know a lot of people just have coffee for breakfast and that's it, but you should be fueling your body with food as well. It's important to eat a substantial amount. Of course, it depends on your gender, your age, your height. But at the moment, I know that social media is kind of pushing some toxic trends and some unhealthy beauty standards. So keep it in mind. It's a whole topic in itself, so I won't get into it. But a self-care discipline is definitely to eat healthy and eat enough. That's a wrap on today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know if you do any of the self-care things that I've listed. If it's a quick fix, just like lighting a candle and having a sweet treat, or if it's something a little bit harder that you need to get back into like your disciplined self-care routines. I hope you found something you can add to your own list and something that you'll enjoy. I recommend giving something a go in the next fortnight. Thank you so much for listening. This is my 5th episode. We're into March, number 5. Woo, 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 woo. I'm really glad that I'm still putting these out. And I just wanted to say, if you've been listening from the start, I really appreciate it. It's pretty easy to listen to one episode and then not tune in again. So if you listen to more than one or all of them, I really appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed. So thank you so much. If you are new here, hi, I'm Tamara. I put a podcast out every fortnight. If you like this one, you can follow and tune in the next fortnight. I'd love it. If you're on Spotify and you haven't yet, please hit follow. You can rate the show out of 5 stars. You can leave a comment. If you're on YouTube, it's the same thing. You can follow, like, comment. I'd love for you guys to be along in this journey. I'm loving sharing a little bit of my life with you guys, and stuff's just going to get more juicy and more fun. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at Yapping Fever. You can also follow my personal Instagram at tamara.barton. Feel free to DM me if you do anything from today's episode. If you're liking it, I'm always open to feedback. I'm always open for new topic ideas as well. Yeah, or if you just want to yap outside of the podcast, I'm always available. Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, I really love you all. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll be back in your ears in a fortnight. Bye.